and you get a very strong behavior. So I want my nice, sloppy offer of sit for attention, because I want him to just start doing it obsessively like a terrier, and I want him to start learning that if he sits and looks at me, he gets access to all the things he wants. And I'll go looking for something he wants. And he felt, because he bounced into the sit, that he should be able to go get that, right? He's very strong opinions. So you can't do this with a resource guard. You do this with a dog who's not.
If a dog is not motivated by food, particularly, use anything that...
Yeah, so she's asking about the dog that's not motivated by food. There are three common reasons why a dog's not motivated by food. And the number one most common reason is that they are dead. Right, is the dog alive? Yes. Well, then where is he getting his calories? He must be eating somewhere. And so you stop feeding him out of the bowl, start feeding him from you for doing things. And you need to make sure he's hungry. So the second most common reason dogs aren't food motivated is they're free-fed or overfed. Free-fed meaning the food's out all the time, or the bowl stays down until the dog finishes. And it takes a few hours for the dog to finish. If you're feeding the right amount, you put the bowl down. The food is usually gone within 30 seconds, would be pretty long. And the third reason the dog's not food motivated is he's too anxious. He's too stressed. And then you want to bring his stress level up the same way by hand feeding and getting him food motivated and doing massage and things. You've got to love this. Yeah.
425.
Thank you. That was her hand. I'm going to do this and then I'm going to end, but we're not leaving here till he gives me a sit. And if you work in a shelter, this is all the stuff I would teach a shelter dog. And the reason is it's cued simply by whoever's on the end of the leash. They're not sitting because you have to tell the person if you just told them to sit, you would. This dog would then go into a home and start offering a sit. And it would start getting randomly reinforced, because that's what people do, as his default behavior. I also believe that exercises like this are leadership. I'm controlling access to that. It's not going to cure resource learning, but I'm controlling access to that. He's yanking me around, so probably you see me, I'm just hauling him around. I don't have any problem doing that. He doesn't have any problem taking it. And I know you're thinking this is like paper drying. He's trying to creep toward an approach as opposed to hang himself together. I know, and that smells good. It sure does. Okay. Awesome. All right. So that's what I would do. I would do come force with him, get him healing on the left and healing on the right. Feed him every calorie for working. And if we saw a dog coming even in the distance, big or small, I don't care who it is, I'm going to tell him to come, and I'm going to pull out the big gum treats, have him sit. I might tell him, good boy, but you know what? That'll do. Oh, awesome. Thank you, Jeannie. That's a fun dog. Yeah, and cute. He's charming. Yeah. And, it's a loud shriek. I think he's part cattle. His intentions are prey, and they're not good. And so, I'm totally aroused. And it doesn't matter, even if his intentions are benevolent, and he's just frustrated, he's out of control. Completely out of control. And there is no reason ever in your dog's life that you should hit that level of arousal. So, but you can't pull out the food at this moment. You can't say out in the street, you have to put in all your foundation stuff ahead of time. And with his drive for food, oh, you could easily get him healing beautifully right past the dog. You'd have to be feeding him the whole time, and I would go up to steak or shrimp or fish or something like that. And he would do it, and then you manage him through life. It'd be great if you start doing this. Some dogs will start doing it naturally when they see another dog. But many dogs need you to manage them the rest of their life around food. How hard is that? That is an awesome dog. Nothing's more optimistic than a terrier, right? So, the compromise. Because he thinks you'd be a better owner if you would let him live in a rat den. And he wants you to let him have everything he finds on the street. So he says, I love my mother, but she's got this one behavior problem, and that is she doesn't let me do X, Y, and Z. So he is compromising himself. So we have to compromise. We want a dog that you can just walk past another dog on the street like other people. That's not the dog you have. And it's not a big deal. It's such an easy to manage dog. And with, again, his level of drive and his joy of working and figuring it out, you might get a dog in another year who's just offering you behaviors to get you to walk past other dogs. Because I'm guessing food will eventually trump that. That's primary. Keeps going in and out of primary reinforcers. So anyway, thank you. That was a great dog. And again, you can. For me, everything's about temperament, right? So I'm not assessing him. I'm not saying they mean the same things, but I'm looking at everything about him. All the units from the videos I see of him. They just don't mean all the same things, but they're all there. So I did this, the same workshop I'm doing here I did in Belgium a few years ago. And one of the top trainers in the world, but he happens to live in Belgium, is a man named Geert de Bolster. And I wish he would come to America. He is a Schutzhund and French ring sport trainer at Grenada, and he does behavioral problems. He's a behaviorist. So he has his office, and he sees different behavior consults all day long. So he went to my workshop, and it was the workshop where I talk about anal swipes and shoulder swipes and all of that. And so he was seeing a woman who has an Irish Terrier, and the Irish Terrier is very dog aggressive on the street, so she's been coming to see him. And so I'm watching now because he's letting me watch, and it's all in Flemish, but it's okay. Dog language is universal. So the woman's standing there with her Irish Terrier. Here is kind of here watching. It's a small training area, about 3/4 the size of this. And here's the daughter. It has the Cocker Spaniel, who's the bait dog. So she walks in with the Cocker Spaniel, and the Cocker sits. And the Irish Terrier is not reacting like that. He's been worked for a while. But, so here's the owner holding the dog. And I'm the Irish Terrier. And I'm standing, looking. Cocker appears, and I do this. And so, shoulder swipe is owner at that moment. So here, and I looked at each other, and we knew that one of the reasons, maybe the only reason, but maybe multiple reasons, that the dog is dog aggressive is he's guarding the owner. And is that useful? Yeah, I think it is. And it's useful because, as you saw the Australian Shepherd, she always positioned herself, I'm against the wall, but she's always positioning herself in the control position, blocking access to the resource. And so I believe it's helpful then, when you see that there's a resource guarding component, I believe it's very helpful then to position yourself in front of the dog when you're doing your stuff. And again, you're taking care of when you're healing past another dog, but I would perhaps, instead of having the dog sitting in front of me, facing me, when another dog is there or stationary, I might turn myself around so that I'm closest to the dog, and I'm saying to the dog, I'm not your resource. You're my resource. I don't know if it helps, but I think it does. And I also think it helps then everywhere else in that woman's life to be the one to say to the dog, this is where I want you to sit, this is where I want you to lie down. So it's not the dog's choice, because if you give him choices in your house and everywhere, he's going to position himself, not aggressively, but let's change the subtle things to see if they change the big things. All right, I'd like to show just a little bit more footage to talk about a couple of things.